Let's talk about the rule book for life itself. Not some law passed by a government, but a universal law of biology that explains how everything works, from the tiniest little microbe all the way up to you and me. I mean, really think about that for a second. It sounds like a simple question, right? But the answer is just mind-blowing. We walk around thinking of ourselves as one single thing, but the reality is so much cooler, so much more complex than that. That's the answer. 37 trillion. That's what you're made of. To put that into perspective, that's over 4,000 times the number of people on the entire planet. And each one of those is a tiny living unit, a bustling little metropolis, all working together in this perfectly coordinated society that you call your body. It's not just a number. It's the population of this huge, invisible world living inside you. So in this inner universe, the main citizen, the star of the show, is the cell. And if you can understand the cell, you're on your way to understanding, well, pretty much all of biology. The best way to think about it is like Legos, right? If you're going to build a huge castle, you need bricks. Life does the exact same thing, but its building block of choice is the cell. Every single plant, every animal, every fungus, it's all built from these tiny, absolutely essential units. Okay, but what is a cell, really? I mean, to get the rules of the game, we first have to know who the players are. What actually qualifies something as this basic unit of life? So here's the official textbook definition. Basically, it's the smallest possible thing that we can call alive. It's both the stuff we're built from, that's the structural part, and it's the little machine that does all the work. That's the functional part. So what makes a cell a self-contained little package of life? Well, think of it like a tiny city. It's got a border, a cell membrane protecting it from the outside world. It has a central library with all the blueprints to run the whole operation. That's the DNA. And it's all floating in this bustling environment where all the work gets done. It's a complete working world, just in miniature. All right, so now that we know what a cell is, we can get to the heart of it, the cell theory. You can think of this as the operating system for every living thing on Earth. And it's shockingly simple. Just 3 core rules that, as far as we know, have 0 exceptions. But, this theory didn't just appear overnight. It took centuries of people building on each other's work. It all kicked off way back in 1665 when Robert Hooke first saw these little boxy shapes in cork. Then, almost 200 years later, Schleiden and Schwann had their big aha moment, realizing all plants and animals were made of these things. And finally, Rudolf Virchow came along and added the last crucial piece of the puzzle. It just goes to show you, science is a team sport played across generations. So, this is it. This is what all that work led to. Let's break it down. Number 1. If it's alive, it's made of cells. You can be one cell or trillions, but you've got to have at least one. Simple. Number 2. The cell is the most basic unit of life. You can't break it down any further and still have a life. This is where the magic happens. And number 3, which is maybe the most profound of all, life doesn't just spontaneously appear. Every single cell that exists came from another cell that already existed, stretching back in an unbroken chain for billions of years. Okay, so a theory from the 1800s. Why should you care about this now? Because these 3 simple rules completely blew up how we see the world and our place in it. This isn't just some boring textbook idea. It's a concept that literally changed everything. To really get the impact here, you have to understand what people believed before this. For centuries, the common idea was spontaneous generation, the belief that life could just, poof, pop into existence. Maggots from meat, mice from hay. Cell theory completely shattered that idea. It established that life only comes from other life. That was a seismic shift in human thought. And that one shift, it laid the foundation for pretty much all of modern biology and medicine. I mean, think about it. The idea that tiny living cells could make you sick, that's the germ theory of disease. Figuring out how traits get passed down through cells, that's genetics. Cancer, which is just cells dividing uncontrollably, stem cell therapy, vaccines, none of it would be possible without cell theory. It's the bedrock. This quote from Virchow just perfectly captures the most powerful part of the whole theory. It's such a simple sentence, but the implications are enormous. Every single cell in your body came from another cell, which came from another, connecting you in a direct line to the very first life on this planet. It's the ultimate family tree. So what's the big takeaway here? It's that the very same rules that build a giant redwood tree or a blue whale or a tiny little bacterium are the exact same rules that built you. We're all running on the same fundamental biological software. And that's a pretty powerful reminder that on the deepest level imaginable, all life on Earth is connected. Definitely something to think about.